next speaker. So we would like to now invite Mr. Looi Teck Kheong, the Head of Competition, Consumer Protection, and IPR Division of the Asean Secretariat, to share his opening message for our participants. Thank you, Antonio, and welcome, Mr. Looi.
Dr. Kodrat Wibowo, Chairman of the Indonesia Competition Commission, ICC, Mr. Frederick Jenny, Chair of Competition Committee, OECD, Ms. Jeannie Ferson, OBE, First Secretary Economics, Head of Economics and Digital, British Embassy, Jakarta, Mr. Antonio Gomez, Deputy Director, Directorate for Financial and Enterprise Affairs, OECD, the ASEAN Experts Group on Competition leads and members, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm very pleased to join you today in a panel of distinguished speakers to open today's landmark event, which is the launch of Indonesia's Competition Assessment Review on Logistics sector and the Competitive Neutrality Review on Small Package Delivery Services. The project is an initiative under Outcome 4.1.2 and 4.2.1 of the ASEAN Competition Action Plan 2025, which serves to assess the impacts on competition in the markets relating to non-tariff barriers, the SOEs, and government-linked monopolies of ASEAN member states. The initiative falls under Strategic Goal 4, which aims to foster a competition-aware ASEAN region. Indonesia's country report is part of our regional project in cooperation with the OECD, which produces 10 country reports of each ASEAN member states and 1 regional report for each reviews. Beyond its immediate impact on competition policy, the project provides recommendations to reduce inequality, lower non-tariff barriers to trade, and improve the business environment and ease of doing business in ASEAN. Competition policy and law is considered vital to the process of ASEAN liberalization. Promoting fair competition is a fair collaborative effort, not only as the responsibility of competition authorities, but also sector regulators and other relevant stakeholders, including SOEs. Ladies and gentlemen, reforming existing legislation and scrutinizing new legislative proposals to promote competition can help governments enhance economic growth and the well-being of their citizens. Competition authorities and regulators worldwide provide advice to governments on policies that are considered to be anti-competitive. The promotion of competition could stimulate innovation, ensure consumer welfare, and attract investments. This study complements ASEAN's effort to ensure that the ASEAN markets are kept open to new entrants and that anti-competitive behavior does not distort fair competition. Improving the logistics sector is vital as it allows economic growth to be optimized and strengthens the allocation of scarce resources. Recognizing its importance, in 2006, the logistics sector has been placed as the 12th priority sector by the ASEAN Economic Minister, in addition to the 11 priority sectors that were identified in 2003. As reiterated in the 2 reports, the logistics sector plays a significant role in fostering economic development. An efficient logistics system can improve our country's competitiveness, facilitate international trade, and enhance its connectivity to better serve consumers and meet the needs of regionally integrated production facilities for reliable delivery of inputs and outputs. Being an archipelagic country, infrastructure connectivity is one of the main determining factors of the economic development. In line with President Jokowi's 5 priority work program, specifically on the priority to expand the infrastructure in Indonesia, ensuring fair competition in the logistics sector would be prudent to show the direct and spillover impact of the infrastructure development towards the economy. In this unprecedented time, the COVID-19 pandemic, fair competition in the logistics sector will significantly support the health sector as well as e-commerce. Recognizing an improved overall logistics performance in 2018 due to a lower logistics cost as a percentage of GDP, the identification of 43 key recommendations of regulatory barriers on specific legal provisions to be considered by the government could well result to a further and sustained improvement of the logistics sector. These recommendations are targeted to road transport, maritime freight, rail freight transport, freight forwarding, small package delivery. Furthermore, the recommendation also concerns on horizontal legislations and international agreements, which includes a recommendation to consider competitive tendering for the transportation of basic and essential goods to remote areas. According to the guidelines on developing core competencies in competition policy and law for ASEAN, it is ideal for SOEs to be treated according to the principle of competitive neutrality, in which SOEs and private businesses compete on an equal level. Removing any unfair competitive advantages given to SOEs would lead to more choice, higher quality and lower prices for consumers, and ultimately benefits economic growth and development. The identification of 19 recommendations in the competitive neutrality reviews will help improve market competition within Indonesia's small package delivery services sector, which is also expected to deliver positive long-term effects on employment, productivity, growth, and improve the ability of businesses to compete. Ladies and gentlemen, I should commend the Indonesian Competition Commission for its leadership in guiding and supporting the undertaking and completion of this comprehensive report. The development of the report has also engaged several domestic consultants to provide their perspective and ensures that the recommendations are implementable. It is hoped that both reports could be beneficial for Indonesia in advancing its promotion of fair competition in the logistics sector. At the regional level, the ASEAN Experts Group on Competition have agreed to implement significant reforms towards market liberalization and elimination of competition distortions as part of our action plan. I would like to express my thanks to the OECD and the UK government for the support rendered. I wish you all a fruitful discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Looi Teck Kheong, again, the head of competition of the ASEAN Secretariat, for your, well, of course, your support all throughout this exercise as well. And now, last but definitely not the least of our opening speakers, we would like to invite Ms. Jeannie Ferguson, OBE, the first Secretary Economics or the Head of Economics and Digital of the British Embassy of Jakarta. Ms. Jeannie Ferguson,